Hello everybody, this is Manindra Simhadri and welcome to another tutorial on basic ethical hacking series. And in this video we're talking about finding live hosts. It is a part of network scanning, and let's get started. So to find the live hosts, these are some of the scans that you will be using to find the live hosts, like ping scan, TCP ping, ARP ping scan, UDP ping, traceroute. These are some of the tools and some of the techniques that are used to find whether the target is alive or dead. And first of all, let's talk about ping scan. And ping scan is written by Magnus in 1983 December. It works based upon RFC 1122. Of course, it is some technical talk, and what RFC 1122 specifies is that any host must process ICMP echo requests and issues echo replies in return. But for most of the security reasons, echo replies and echo requests are disabled because of the security, because that will leak whether the device is there or not. That is one of the basic thing, because if an attacker doesn't know whether the device is there or not, he will be spending more time to know whether it is there or not. If he came to know that it is not there, then he stops attacking. So that is how it is useful, by disabling ping scans, that is ICMP scans. Usually it is used for network diagnostics, but let me show you how ICMP scan is performed and what are the tools. So I see here are one second, let me pull my VMware full screen. So this is ARP Ping. So I just ping this to ping, like for example, it is there, it is replying. So there are so many things, like for example -C for count. You can count for 6 packets, that is 6 requests. Let me ping my 68.0.1, that is my router gateway. So it will ping for 6 times, that is count is for 6, right? So this is how ping works, and it uses ICMP. So some of the and here comes the thing. Wait for a while, just let me pull my, sorry, it came first. Okay, so after ICMP scan, it is TCP ping scan. There might be situations where ICMP is blocked and all the ping traffic cannot be allowed. So that there comes the TCP scan, and there are some of the tools. There are so many tools for pinging, because when any session needs to be established, for example, if you are browsing a google.com, facebook.com, or any kind of web traffic, when you are trying to establish a session, that is mostly TCP ones. Yeah, not mostly, every server uses TCP sessions. So if there is a device that is there, and most of the services like FTP, SSH uses TCP. So if the device is there and we are trying to connect, if there is the port open, if it is a TCP port, and if that is open, it's going to reply, it's going to establish the session or say something. If that is closed, it will reply with the reset flag, that which specifies the port is closed. So that from that way we can know whether the device is there, because if that device is there and it is responding, either reset way or establishing the connection. So some of the tools are HPing and TCP ping and Nmap. So let me show you another. So for example, Nmap, here Nmap we can use -P, which is for TCP ping, and let me ping my router gateway 0.1. So I think it's gonna take a while. Meanwhile, I'll also pull up another terminal for HPing 3, that's the 3rd version, and here I'll pull same one, or let me ping google.com. from the arguments, like what is that we called arguments, yeah, those are called arguments or attributes, whatever. We can also specify different limitations. We can also refine the scan. So meanwhile it is going on, let me pull another one. So after that TCP, the ARP scan comes, where from MAC address we can specify whether the device is there or not. It converts it to the IP addresses, and the tool that is used is ARP Ping and Nmap, and in Nmap we use this one. So Nmap is really great tool. We can do anything we ever wanted. Scanning and scripting. We can also write our own scripts using, it has its own language. No, we can use some programming language for that. Let me 1.1, it's down, so 0.1, like 0.2 is down. Let me check my IP address. What's that? PowerShell. Config, what is this? Days 0.2, it should be there, but it's not pulling up. It's really up, or blocking ping probes might be. So anyway, I think this has to be up. I don't know why these are not showing. Let me -v. Sorry, something is not there. Let 1.1. Yeah, this might work. $140 packets transmitted might be, Google might be disabled that. Let me pull 168.1.0.2. So meanwhile we will continue our PPT, and then another one is UDP scan. This is also works same like TCP, but while TCP you have to establish the connection, and without establishing connection we can use UDP. And another one is tracer. This is another one which is really interesting tool. So let me show you an example for that. Tracer, it will use what? It will trace where each and every device through. For example, if we are going to the target google.com, it should reach that server. So meanwhile it will go through all the hops, through all the networking devices. The traffic should go, and to reach that request should go between all the nodes or the devices that present in between the source, that is us, and server. So it will go through that, and if that device is there, it reaches. If it is not, you see, this one is through that we can understand what are the devices that is there, if there is a firewall or that kind of. But mostly firewalls won't allow you to change that TTL value. It uses TTL value. So if that is changed, it will represent that it has a node. If that is not changed, it will represent that there is no node. So this is how it is going on. It is going to my router and then to my local ISP. These are my ISPs. I use Apple Internet, Apple Fiber, and then LS Fiber. That is how Tracer works. And let me quit this. Yeah. So yes, from here 1.1 is down. So yeah, it's open. So it is up, and 53 TCP port is open. That's how TCP scan works, and this H-Ping is not yet done. Anyway, that is how it works. You can use any tool. Mostly Nmap is the best tool because it contains many script and it has really large community to make you understand how it works and everything. And in the next video we're coming up with some other interesting tutorials. Until then, see you. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Manindra Simhaji signing off.